Hi guys, today we will be discussing about the Plum pudding model of the atom and also the Rutherford's gold foil experiment. First, let us discuss about the Plum pudding model. The Plum pudding model was proposed by J J Thomson in the early part of the 20th century. He discovered the subatomic particle, the electron. This was the first ever discovered subatomic particle. In the Thomson's model, he incorporated few properties of atoms: the size, the mass, the number of electrons, and the electrical neutrality. The E/m ratio, where E is the charge of the electron and m is the mass of the electron, which is the charge over mass ratio. As we can see, there are electrons embedded in the particular homogeneous sphere. This sphere has a positive charge which is uniformly distributed, and this sphere is said to be homogeneous. As we can see, the electrons are embedded on the positive charge, similar to the rains in a plum pudding. So the model was given the name the Plum pudding model, which was proposed by J J Thomson. And also the total positive charge Q is equal to Z times E, where Z is the atomic number and E is the charge of the electron. So scientists involved in experiments to check whether the model was true or not. As discovered by Ernest Rutherford in his gold foiled experiment, it concluded that the predictions made in the Plum pudding model were wrong. So this model was disagreed after the experiment of the gold foil carried out by Ernest Rutherford. Now let us discuss about the Rutherford's gold foil experiment. As we can see, Rutherford bombarded alpha particles on a metal foil. Here the metal was said to be gold because it can be hammered to get a less number of atoms and obtain a thin foil, as we can see here. Rutherford expected when he sent these alpha particles, where alpha particle used was radium here, and the radium is a radioactive metal, so it can emit alpha particles. Most probably the alpha particle emitted is helium-2+. So when the alpha particle is bombarded or collided on this particular gold foil, he expected that the particles to travel through the gold foil without any deflection. But the result he obtained was that some of the particles were deflected, and he got readings on the screen elsewhere, and some of the particles collided on the gold foil and been reflected or rebounded and collided on the screen and gave readings. So the result Rutherford expected was not obtained. Most particles traveled without any deflection as seen here. This is because the atom has more empty space. As proposed by J J Thomson, he said that the positive charge is uniformly distributed in the following sphere. But the experiment carried out by Rutherford distinguished that there is a positive charge in the center of the atom. This was namely the nucleus. So this phenomenon led to the discovery of the proton. So the proton was discovered by Ernest Rutherford from the gold foil experiment. So as we can see that the electrons are moving in a circular path around the positive charge in a uniform velocity. In conclusion, we can see that the proton is situated at the center of the atom where the nucleus is defined, and the electrons are orbiting around the particular proton of the atom, and most of the atom is empty space. Later, people proposed some other models too. This is it for today, guys. Thank you for listening.